Hi, estate planning attorney Brian Barboza here, and today I'm going to discuss what are the differences between a living revocable trust and a testamentary trust. Now, before we get started, if estate planning is something that you're interested in talking about or pursuing, please feel free to give me a call or go to my website, barbozalaw.com. You can book an appointment to speak with me for free directly through my website. Okay, so what's the difference between a living revocable trust and a testamentary trust? So as an estate planning attorney, I meet with a lot of people and they want to create an estate plan. And they've heard terms like living revocable trust and testamentary trusts. And there's other types of trusts out there. And so one of the things we talk about is what are the differences and the pros and cons of different types of trusts. So living revocable trusts are oftentimes talked about by estate planning professionals, attorneys, financial planners, and it's a common and very good tool to use in an estate plan. So a living revocable trust is where you create a trust while you're alive, and the trust is revocable, and you put all your property into that trust. And then during your lifetime, you're managing the property in the trust. You can take property in and take property out and put it back in for various reasons. But during your lifetime, you have full control of the property that's in this trust. But when you pass away, the successor trustee, whoever you've designated to be the trustee, then takes over the administration of that trust and then disperses the property according to what your trust says. So during your lifetime, a living revocable trust is revocable and you manage it, and then when you pass away it actually becomes irrevocable at that point, and the trustee will then distribute the property according to the trust. Now the benefit of that, of course, is it avoids a court process called probate. It doesn't have to go to the courts. The trustee can just start dispersing the property according to the trust. Now a testamentary trust is different. A testamentary trust is actually a trust that you create through your will. So you create a will, and then that will state something to the effect of, when I pass away, I want to create this trust, and this trust is for the benefit of this person, and this person is going to be in charge of the trust, and this is what I want that trust to do. So a testamentary trust is a trust that's created through your will. It actually doesn't come into effect or isn't really created until you pass away. And then after you pass away, the testamentary trust is created. Whatever property you've determined to go into that testamentary trust goes into it, and then whoever you designate to be a trustee of that testamentary trust is in charge of the property. So let me give you just an example to kind of put some illustration to this point. Let's just say you put in your will, when I pass away, I want to give $100,000, put $100,000 into a trust for the benefit of my grandchildren to pay their college tuition, and I want my son to be in charge of that trust, and he shall have the discretion to pay my grandchildren's tuition for a junior college and or a four-year college institution. That would be an example of a testamentary trust. It wasn't in effect until you passed away. And then when you died, it actually became a trust, and the $100,000 goes into that trust. And then your son, pays out the money to colleges and universities to pay for your grandchildren's tuition. That's just one example. It doesn't have to be for college tuition. It could be for anything. But that's to help illustrate a point of the differences between a living revocable trust and a testamentary trust, which is created through your will and comes into effect after you pass away. So that's it. That's the difference between a testamentary trust and a living revocable trust. I hope that was helpful. If estate planning is something you want to explore, I want to talk more about, again, just give me a call or go to my website, barbozalaw.com. I'd be happy to speak with you for free about your estate planning needs. And as always, I hope you got something out of this video. I hope it was helpful, and have a good rest of your day. All right. Thank you.